How do you respond to charges that Al Jazeera is too cozy or broadcasts too much, gives too much coverage to terrorists or terrorist activities?
You see, this is one of the, I believe, misinformation, disinformation, misunderstanding, call it whatever you like, that is going around in so many countries. Let's assume you have a problem. The Americans now, the American government, and maybe a big spectrum of the American people have a problem with Iran, right? Because Iran is developing a nuclear capability, whether it's true or not, but it's the case. If you cover the, okay, and the Trump administration want to, or they decide to get out of the agreement with Iran, right? The Europeans don't. Mm-hmm. If you here in America, CNN, ABC, whatever, presented the European perspective on this issue, would that be wrong because they are not going along with what the government is doing? Let's assume that they present the Iranian perspective. Would that be wrong? Isn't that their business? To tell people what every, corner of the issue, how they think about things and what they do, in order for the people to understand and then take an educated decision, not a decision that is based on propaganda. This is what Al Jazeera has been doing. Al Jazeera has been providing people with knowledge in order for them to make an educated decision about their lives. And this is why governments in the Middle East are afraid of Al Jazeera, because they don't want people to know or to learn about their human rights, for example, etc. So when we cover so-called terrorism, because terrorism is, as you know, is a term that is actually not defined internationally. And the American government is one of the countries, one of the governments that is not willing to define the term terrorism. So when somebody uses the word terrorism, you have to take it, from our perspective, you have to take it with caution. The BBC doesn't accept that word. Actually, they put it usually between, quotation mark. Because that's not objective. Now, I might agree with you completely that such and such an organization is a terrorist organization, but I don't have the right to deprive you from knowing what this organization is thinking about. You need to know what they are doing, what they are thinking about. And actually that is good for security and good for the profession itself. We are talking about not to get involved, our own convictions get involved with our business, with our job. Al Jazeera has never done anything that other professional media institutions don't do. A lot of people talk about how come that we presented bin Laden. CNN presented bin Laden. They were dying to get tapes from bin Laden. And there was nothing wrong. I mean, I'm saying that this is actually professional. So what's the problem? Presenting bin Laden to people is to demystify this guy who is threatening the world. It's not to glorify him. Actually, it's not. This is one thing that we need to think about. Al Jazeera does the same thing with other people. We always challenge them. We never give them a platform. And whenever this so-called terrorist leaders or something are on Al Jazeera, we never allow anything from their speech that calls for violence or calls for killing or whatever. We don't. We just want to know what is the thinking behind what they are doing, because that's important for people to know.